Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, January 12, 2023. It's easier than usual to pace yourself in the first part of the day. You readily learn from mistakes, and this openness benefits you greatly. You might gain some appreciation or recognition for your intelligence, insight, or creativity. The ideas you entertain today are both creative and practical. Still, it's not particularly straightforward to make a decision as the day advances. You may be hedging a little. Try to release the pressure to fill specific goals quickly. It's better to focus on what you can do to move forward. Frustrations can be magnified, but you're working toward a beautiful new perspective once you work beyond fears or insecurities. Since the end of last year, you've been spinning in a Mercury retrograde phase. With this affecting your solar house of relationships, you'll be juggling a lot of drama around partnerships. However, one of the best things to do during this transit is to unplug, relax, and go with the flow. This way, if confusion or miscommunication pops up, you aren't feeling like the whole world is against you. If your lover or spouse needs to have a heart-to-heart right now, do so with a caring touch. You may find that you're glad you both are opening up even more. Try not to overthink whatever comes up in conversation today. As a sensitive sign, you are typically someone who is attuned to others in and out of work. Since the moon will enter detail-focused Virgo today, you may feel more inclined to read into the conversations about work or with coworkers than usual. Your attentive eyes and ears will notice slight differences. Nothing will escape your perspective, so this may cause you to overthink more than usual. Take whatever comes up into account, but do not let it get to your head. Just as the dwarf planet Eris has come to a standstill ahead of her direct turn in your career sector tomorrow, something that will give this professional year the green light, the moon wraps up its first visit to your income sector for the year. As well as leaving you with a sharp nose for money and a lucrative sense of direction, the moon's friendly aspect to all three planets on the career front over the last few days has left you with a new sense of confidence. When you feel you're at the end of your rope, you tend to disengage from others. This may work, but it does have a more abrupt side that upsets your health in subtle but serious ways. When you detach from others, you detach from yourself. This sends ripple effects throughout your whole body. It tells your stomach it's hungry even if it's not. It tells you to sleep instead of staying active, etc. Keeping an eye on yourself is key. With your analytical approach and your hardworking style, you will find that today presents you with many new commitments and obligations. On a day like this, you may find you are being offered an unexpected leadership role, either at work or within the community. This is due to your diligent attention to detail, and the dedication you always bring to anything you choose to undertake. While this may be something that you have never undertaken before, just deal with it in the same logical manner that you deal with everything else. 3 weeks after Jupiter returned to your career sector to begin a period of professional growth and expansion, the dwarf planet Eris reaches her last full day in retrograde motion here. While only a minor player and small in size compared to giant Jupiter, as the warrior princess of the cosmos, she has not only had the brakes on, but your warrior and competitive spirit has been in hibernation. When Eris turns direct tomorrow, this hibernation will end and the lights will turn green. The moon's return to your communication sector today will do more than make it easier to give your emotional responses a voice in the heart of the sun's last full week in your relationship sector. After clashing as a full moon last week, this puts the sun and moon back in harmony, just as there is also a chance to make the most of Mercury, the planet of communications, last full week in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. Our eyes in the sky. Venus in Aquarius squares the nodes of destiny this evening. This is a defining moment in relationships as we decide whether we want to stay or go. Before you take action, be sure that you're making the right decision. Mercury and Mars are still retrograde, which means there could still be a lot of discussion. No choice made today is binding. During what appears to be a somewhat testing period, be confident and trust in your abilities. Approaching events push you to the limit. Don't let the opinions of others dissuade you from your beliefs. Instead, use any confrontation to build up and solidify the arguments for your position. You may well discover one or two opportunities for improvement. Professionally, you've everything going for you. If you encounter something unexpected, refrain from making any hasty decisions. Actually, what is needed is calmness and patience. Separate the important from the unimportant. Bring about an adequate solution. Maybe consider a more unconventional approach. Be cautious when dealing with money. Investing capital right now could have very negative, if not catastrophic consequences, as it's highly likely that you will back the wrong horse. If you have planned a purchase for a long time, wait a little longer. Events will probably occur soon to disrupt your plans. Put the brakes on and go easy on how you treat your body. Endeavor to give yourself as much rest and relaxation as possible. Adopting a healthier attitude is more important if you're experiencing stressful times. Carefully consider if it's worthwhile expending energy reserves and when it's not such a good idea. In the morning, the moon enters Virgo, ending its void of course which began yesterday evening. Over the next 2 days, we are interested in organizing and refining our lives and lifestyles. Wellness issues may consume our focus as we attune to the needs of our physical vessel and try to provide it with the love and care it deserves. We may also seek to be of service to a cause that is greater than ourselves, striving to be useful. However, this same desire to be of use can also see us being critical of others and offering advice or help where it has not been requested. Over the next couple of days, do you and let others do them. You achieve so much, yet are less satisfied than ever. Thinking you're able to progress further by using determination and force, you jeopardize previous success and upset your composure. Take a step back, regain your self-control. What seemed an insurmountable problem is easily resolved when you're not so intent on bulldozing your way through it. Be careful not to let your dissatisfaction with yourself hurt others or create enemies. Your friends and family have to be very patient with you. If you go too far, your relationships will suffer a great deal. Try to see it from their point of view instead of just your own. The cosmic weather is then quiet until just before midnight, when the moon squares off with retrograde Mars in Gemini, provoking irritation. A discussion or misunderstanding can prompt us to lash out verbally, compounding the problem. Yet, if we hold our grievances inside, they will fester, and we will explode at a later time. The best thing to do now is to voice our concerns without being accusatory. Don't play the blame game. Take accountability for your feelings while acknowledging that others have an equal choice in how they manage their own. Avoiding or repressing the issue helps no one. If everyone acts with integrity and allows each other the space to speak their piece, we can sidestep some drama. Should we go to sleep without resolving this matter, we may experience tense dreams that perpetuate our anxiety.